Yo, it's about time I tell this story. So to start it off, I had to go to New Jersey, right? Because I ordered a package and the package doesn't ship to New York. So my friend Celeste, who I was supposed to meet up, was helping me with that. Met up at Newport Mall in New Jersey. I got there first, so I started waiting. Sudden, right? I end up being approached by a guy, and he seemed really, really sincere. And he was talking about, oh, I'm looking for donations on something that's happening when they wanted donations for it, right? And I was like, sure, I'm gonna give you guys 5 and I'll call it a day. I don't really want anything. While I'm talking to this guy, another guy came up like behind him, and immediately he gave off red flags. While this guy was sincere, this other guy was given the vibe that like, yo, he is kind of dangerous. Like, he was a part of the same organization as well, but he was a little bit more rude, more aggressive, talk really rough. Someone that like shouldn't be there. And then he pulled up and he saw me give out a 5, and I guess he noticed the $100 bill in my wallet, and he was like, oh, you need any change? And I was like, no, not really. Do you need any change? And I was like, yeah, we kind of like need some change right now. And they was like, you want to go outside and like go to the bank and get change? And by then I was like, oh shit, this shit is really happening. It was that moment I realized I was probably gonna get robbed. And my mindset started thinking immediately. I was like, we're in the mall right now. I'm packing heat. If I try to defend myself, I'm gonna look like the bad guy. So I'm gonna lead them outside to the bank, because it's like an off-site bank where you just have an ATM, and see if like what's gonna go down. And I end up leading them outside and go straight to the bank. So while I was outside, I gave them the $100 bill so they could do whatever with it and just give it back. And when we were outside at the bank, they were like, now you're gonna go in the bank, take out some money and give us some extra money. I'm like, dude, what? I'm like, just give me back my money. And they were like, no, you donated that. We're not giving that one back either. And I was like, wait, that's not what you guys told me. They tried to gaslight me into thinking that, oh, I actually donated that money to them instead of like giving to them for the purpose of getting change for themselves. And at that point, I was like, there's no people, there's no security out here. I'm pulling it out. I was like, are you sure you guys not gonna give me my money back? And it was like, hell no. So I reached in my bag and I pulled it out. And immediately the guy who was sincere, he got scared, while the other guy who I got red flags from, he got aggressive. I was like, matter of fact, give me every single thing that you got right now. They had a bag of cash and candy, and both of them was in my hands. I got the money, I got the candy, the bag full of candy, and the two guys started arguing themselves. The aggressive guy, he wanted to fight me, and he was like, man, I bet it's fake, I bet it's fake. And the other guy was like, no, it looks real, it looks real. I'm like, dude, swing and see what happens. What made them really, really lucky is that like, I wasn't there to like rob them or anything. So all I did was took back the money that I gave them and give them the cash back. The only thing I took was the candy. And y'all might be like, yo, that's stupid. Like, you could have made a lick. I'm like, dude, like, I believe in like karma. And I believe that like, if I was to do this to somebody, and usually when I do something like this and go out of my character and do something really, really terrible, it usually backfires on me instantly. So I was not gonna risk it. Like, no matter how, like, no matter if I was justified, I was not gonna risk it. Bro, the panic attack I had after like I was able to get out without like hurting anybody was insane. And then Celeste came. Thank God for Celeste. She came, like, she comforted me for like a whole hour before like I was able to like go back home, because I was so filled with anxiety that I couldn't breathe. Like, she had to literally help me like catch my breath and talk me out of it before like I was able to like go home properly, because like I felt like I was gonna faint, because like I was so scared that like I was gonna hurt somebody. And ever since then, like, I've been so aggressive when people try to come up to me asking for donations, because it's like, are you trying to rob me? And I hate that like I look at those people differently now because of that situation. Like, situation like that ruined like my faith in those people. At least I had the month's worth of candy. Like, that was a plus.